That was a fantastic win over AFC Wimbledon. Everybody buzzing over it. It doesn't matter. It's the next game, isn't it? You've got to keep that going.
Yeah, it does. I think it's. I had people at the game last night who haven't seen it for a while, and the comments were football people as well. And I think it was positive, but it's only a representation of what we know. So it's not. I don't think it's. Yeah, we get excited, we love it, but it didn't shock me. It's not something that just happens. It's something that you know is. And it's not just that performance. I think the whole calendar year has probably been one of the best of my career in watching a team play football. It's such a joy. It's and overachieving with this team. They deserve tremendous credit, and I think. The fans as well. I mentioned yesterday a few times that someone said to me, "What's the New Year message to the fans?" And I just said, "Well, first of all, not to get too excited because we will let you down at some stage, but to understand that it's great now. It is great, but there's going to be times in the next 3-4 months where we're not going to perform well, and that's when we're going to need them more than ever." So it's just that rallying cry really of. I think you really know that this team cares. So, but equally being a human being, mistakes are part and parcel of our day-to-day routine. So if it's allowed in people's day-to-day routine, it's certainly allowed in a competitive sport environment. So when that comes around, we're going to need you more than ever. And I think the way they've conducted themselves in them difficult times, a weekend game off the back of a defeat, even the Plymouth game off the back of that defeat. I think I've spoke quite openly and candidly about the way they have sort of got around us and clapped us off the pitch, and there's no coincidence the next time you come home you're excited, not fearful. So they've played a massive role in that, and the team has played a big role in that.
But I thought it clicked between the team and the fans. The Wigan game, you were quite right. It clicked where it was backs against the wall and we pushed them all away. We lost the game, but something clicked that day.
Yeah, it certainly did. I think it certainly clicked in relation to the intensity of the county, I think. And I speak quite openly about I know we've got Wingy down the road as well doing an absolute incredible job. It baffles me that they'll be disappointed. We've got managers in this county, and David Oldfield and Wingy, that are probably, I'm not saying above the level, but are just fantastic coaches and good people. And the environment of where we perform and where we play our football, it seems to be growing. I love football, Chris. You know how much I love football. So the one thing about this game, it's given me an opportunity within my life to enjoy things, and I want people to know this sport is for everybody, and just everything seems to be going in the right direction. It's not just the local non-league team, it's the first team, it's the women's team, it's our academy, it's everything, and I think that the county's played a big role in that, and that's it's just football just doesn't happen. A lot of hard work has to be done to find yourself in this moment, and a lot of people need to unsung heroes who are working around the clock to try and make it happen as well. We now need a massive response in 2022. We enter it in a few days' time, and we're looking forward to hopefully being a very good year.
Is there more to come from the current players? Are there new faces going to join the group?
There'll be new faces join the group. There will be. There'll be more to come from this group as well. Because when you bring in players of the quality that we want to bring in, not to fill up places, it means that nobody's place off the back of great performance is ever secure. And I think that's my role as well, and that's a responsibility that I have to hold within my job, is that I can't just accept that will be enough. Even perfection is never found in my eyes. It never is. You can get close, but there's no such thing as a perfect game. There's close to it. So, but we will search for that perfection daily and weekly, and we will improve, and that's the exciting thing. I'm so proud of the football club. I really am. But not getting carried away either. It's, like I say, I've got a lot of people who live in this area and who watch football, who come to me on a consistent basis and say that, oh, my kids has put an Oxford shirt. I'm seeing Oxford scarves walking down, I'm seeing like sort of hats of merchandising of the football club. this is all part of the new regime that we're looking forward to being a part of, is increasing the fan base, the youngsters, don't mean to sound rude, the older fans.
Grin at me when you say it. Go away.
Of your generation, Chris.
I'm 35.
Right.
Yeah.
In some world in your head. And but no, the generation of people who've supported this football club, they will always be here through the good times and the bad times. But the new generation, if we want this football club to have a lasting impression, the kids from 6 to 12, 13, 14, we have to capture them. We have to get them inside the ground, because they will become parents one day as well, and then we want their kids to support the football club, and that timeline of generation of fans needs to keep moving forward. Whilst the big TV companies are promoting the Premier League, it's so easy to get lost within that world with the young fans, and we've got to make sure that we work harder behind the scenes with our commercial team, our community, our first team, our women's team, to capture these young people coming through our gates and turnstiles, and once they're in, for them to be excited by what they see. And that's why we play the way we play, is that there's got to be some sort of representation of what they see at the top level in our style, to almost, not to say it's like it, but there's similarities. And I think these are things that are all part of generating a fan base, and this is the big responsibility we have. But above all that is win games as well. So don't ever think when we speak about the bigger picture, there's also the here and the now, and it's winning.
Yeah.
And that's got to be part. People talk about DNA and how we move forward, how we press and how we play. Well, there's one word that actually wraps around all of that. It's win.
Yeah.
And you know my mentality to winning. I hate losing. So that your eye never comes off that part of the game either. So well done to everyone last night, but you've got a massive game down in Cheltenham, and I think it's Lincoln, and then whoever may be after that. We don't look too far ahead, but big games coming up, and big games need big performances.